What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the GamerDad channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today, I think I have my first Steal This Build episode of 2022. And for those of you who may not know, Steal This Build is an initiative that we started in the community where I showcase builds from players around, and they basically have the opportunity to, share their builds, share their ideas, and expose the community to different build patterns and some of the more secret sauces that are within the community. So today, I have Red, who is one of our clan members in the LCN clan on PlayStation, and he has a very interesting build that I've been wanting to show everybody for a while. So I want him to go ahead and pretty much explain the build, and I'll be asking him questions, and we'll be doing some theory testing here in the base of operations. So Red, say what's up to everybody, and then let's jump into your build.
Thank you, Gamey. This is Redline 718 Gaming, also known as BK's Redline. What's up, everybody?
Cool. Now, Red also makes, some content on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is for this build in its breakdown and some gameplay, I'll leave a link to his channel so that you guys can see the build in action and you guys can pretty much start moving up from there. So on my screen here, I'm going to go ahead and inspect the build. I'll basically talk about the pieces, and I'll be asking Red why in the world he'll be putting Future Initiative with a coyote's mask and all of the above. So from what you guys can see here, there are just 4 pieces of Future Initiative. Future Initiative also has the backpack and chest piece, which is currently locked in the raid if you're watching this video by May 10th. But starting in the new season, I think the developers have confirmed that they're going to be allowing for the backpack and the chest piece to drop outside of the raid, if I'm right. Am I right about that, Red?
Yeah, they'll be allowing that, just not the Eagle Bear or the Ravenous or Regulus. Those will still be raid exclusive.
Okay, so those are raid exclusives, but these items you're able to get. So I think this was the best time to showcase this build. And for those of you who've not necessarily played the raid, who probably don't have access to these items, you now have access to them by the time the new season drops. So Red, I need you to walk through the different pieces and explain to us why you're running this entire build and setup in the first place and what benefits there are for people to run the build.
Okay, so with this build, I like to call is what I truly believe is the best PvP tank support build in the game. Obviously, is my tank Future Initiative build. So what I do as far as healing, which you would think Future Initiative does, I mostly use my med kit and give myself crit damage in order to defend myself and boost my team with the Future Initiative 4-piece ground control.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's called, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which increases you and your allies' total weapon and skill damage by 15%. It would be 25% if I run a chest piece, but I'm not running that currently.
Okay.
Um, what we would do is, I guess I can start with the mask, the Coyote's mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I can switch this out for a Night Watcher, but normally I run the Coyote's mask in case somebody on my team, a DPS player, is not running it. I'm able to use Pack Instincts. Most DZ fights are within 0 to 25 meters almost at all times. You
Mm-hmm.
never really get beyond that unless you have snipers. So in that case, if the fight is within 15 meters, they get 25% crit damage as long as I shoot somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they get 10% crit damage and critical hit chance if I just from me causing damage to another player. Um, I'm running the everyday carrier on the
Mm-hmm.
chest piece, which has perfect efficient. Using an armor kit has 75% chance to not consume the armor kit, and the specialization armor kit bonus is increased by 100%. But in PvP, that's only 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Um, of course, this has armor regen at base because it's Bellstone, and I have crit chance, crit damage on it in order for me to defend myself. Um, as you'll see later on in the build when I describe, let you guys know my numbers for my crit chance and my crit damage.
Okay.
Uh, I decided to go um, all blues on 5 of the pieces
Mm-hmm.
to give myself armor, so I can also function as both a decoy and a tank. So Uh, I run crit damage on the holster. I have crit damage on the knee pads and crit damage on this crit damage everywhere on all 4 pieces.
Okay.
And I run crit chance mod on the backpack to increase my crit chance. and 2 crit damage mods on the chest piece and the mask.
Okay. So crit chance everywhere and crit damage everywhere. So one thing that
Yeah,
we have to
yeah.
basically highlight is this build is a damage build that's pretty much masking itself as a healer build to support your team, buff everybody, and give your team a really interesting advantage. That way you're not just a healer that's walking around squishy, but you're some sort of a tank in a sense. You can heal to give yourself more armor, give your team more armor, and you can also deal DPS based on your critical damage factors. Is that right?
Yes, and this is why I would call this a true support build in the game. Most people, as you already know, run Future Initiative as a full-on healer, repair skills. But I'm able to do both damage to defend myself when I have 42% crit chance and 136 crit damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that allows me to defend myself against other players, especially if they don't hit me, because I normally have a shield on me. If they're not able to hit me, or if I'm shooting from any type of distance, I'm able to do a decent amount of damage. Not big DPS, but I would say mid-level DPS, and also provide a buff to my team as they maintain full armor when I pop an armor kit, which is why I'm running a survivalist specialization. But it's
Okay.
2 tricks to this build. Normally, to heal skills, you will need to pop an armor kit with technician. But what Future Initiative actually does is function as a relay system
Mm-hmm.
when you heal players and or like their skills. You get the healing from the backpack also. So when you heal yourself, you're healing the allies, which also heals you again, and it
Mm-hmm.
heals them back again. So you get that 120% from the backpack. So when you heal a player with a med kit, you're not just getting you get the buff from Future Initiative, so you're getting that 120% healing as you pop that med kit. As
Oh.
I can show you a perfect example of that also. If we can walk our way over here to the range, I can
Uh-huh.
show you this really quick. I know you put your tank build on
Mm-hmm. I put a tank
already.
build on. Yeah, I have
Um,
1.6 million armor. Just for those of you who may be curious, I have my Foundry Bulwark and Sawyer's knee pad build that I use for legendary.
so normally you can tell when somebody has a future initiative buff through that green line that connects me and you. Can you see that on your screen?
I do not see it, but you probably. But I
Well,
see,
if
I
you
see,
have
a, I
future
see a little
initiative,
logo on my screen showing future initiative. So basically, telling me that
yes.
you have that
So
buff.
what I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
is I'm gonna take one piece off. I'm gonna take just one piece off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that logo?
I don't see the logo anymore.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you the armor kit without future initiative. So when I pop this armor kit, you can count how many ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks till I get to full health.
Mm-hmm.
And now once you damage yourself, you can
Mm-hmm.
damage yourself, and then I'm gonna damage myself. Go ahead and bring it down all the way
Okay.
for me if you don't mind. Bring it all the way down, and I'll show you the difference. Now watch when I pop a kit. 1, 2.
Wow.
Only 2 ticks. So if we're in a fighting situation with other agents normally, they normally use survivalists and perfect efficient. Um, I'm not talking about the swapping chess pieces. I don't do that. But as far as like using survivalists and perfect efficient so you can save med kits, they usually use that so they can heal their teammates with DPS builds. But some players have enough damage that when 2 or more players focus you,
Mm-hmm.
they focus you through that med kit and still are able to kill you. But if you can heal in 2 ticks and become back to full health, only not only do you heal up extremely fast, it allows you to face tank like you were in Division 1, and then on top of that, for that duration, and then on top of that, once you reach full health, you get the future initiative buff. So each time you reach that peak, you get that buff right back
I see.
every single time. And this, if you have your shield out, this also works for your shield. So if you have a shield as my partner and it's damaged
Uh-huh.
because the future initiative functions as a relay, not only do you get healed, but your shield gets healed.
Oh, I see the line now. I guess for some reason I didn't see it at first. I think you have to swap the pieces, but the line is now
Yeah, they
showing
kind
up.
of connect. from my watches on our shoulder, you can kind of see it.
I see it now.
We spread
Yeah.
apart.
And so this relay system basically works to be able to heal, teammates, heal them through a lot of damage in a PvP situation, have very fast heals as long as you, the healer, can pop that heal. And you not only heal
Yeah,
yourself, you heal everybody. So this is not necessarily just throwing down heals for the whole team. This is basically you when
no,
you're in a situation that, you feel like your teammates can use the help. Survivalist basically comes in and gets the job done. And with efficient, the perfect efficient talent that you're using, it comes in handy to be able to save your medkits and provide a lot more buffs. It's a very cool
yeah,
idea.
and
I like the idea. I mean, I think it's a smart idea regarding that. Now, let's kind of move the conversation a little bit because, this is a very unique build. And for those of you who may be wondering, the weapons are just a FAMAS and an AKM. I guess we can discuss that later, but the pieces are the most important thing. So, in all honesty, Red, how long did it take you to find these kinds of pieces? Because in order for you to roll a future initiative type build that looks like this, you would have had to roll enough of those pieces to be able to get crit damage and crit chance on a backpack. A backpack like this is not very easy to get. So, how long did it take you to put a build like this together?
so Game, you're part of the clan, so you already know. If you come by the LCN Discord, we run raids. We help the community with raids. So I'm not only a PvP player,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a PvE player. So I play my entire game as a whole. So I enjoy the raids. I enjoy the DZ, the entire game as a whole. But I run so many raids, I'm able to get these pieces because I do unique things in the raid also. So I'm always coming up with new ideas, and I always have a surplus of extra um, gear on
Mm-hmm.
my characters when I come up with ideas. So I just wait until I have enough of them to create what I want. So that's how that comes about.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, I know for some of you, you may be looking at the pieces and saying, yo, this is one crazy setup. I don't think I'll be able to pull this off. And I definitely understand that that's something that many people might necessarily, feel the need to, be concerned about. But again, like you said, the farming is kind of a big deal in our, in our community, in our clan, and we play the game in different ways. Now, when I'm with you guys, sometimes I find myself going into the DZ. But this is
Hmm.
pretty much, in my opinion, one of the more interesting builds that I don't think I've ever really seen being showcased within the community. In fact, I have to be fair and honest, is one of the builds that really does put a unique spin to things is a build that Kamikaze Von Doom put together a long time ago using Eclipse Protocol. And as an Eclipse Protocol player, I was kind of jealous because, I like Eclipse, but that idea was so cool, but the pieces were quite unique. And I was like, man, there's no way I can farm enough Eclipse protocols to be able to get these items. But I now have those items after so much, playtime. And so that's pretty
Yeah.
much the crux of this build, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and try this build out. And now that many of you are stepping into TU15 and TU15, right? Season 9, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
TU15 be dropping
Okay, this is the
on the 12th.
perfect time for you to be able to start looking for these pieces and saving them in your stash and putting this particular build in mind. So I appreciate you, Red, for coming on to just explain the build and talk about, a little bit more. For those of you who may be wondering where you can see this particular build video, here on the screen, you will see Red's channel is called Redline718 Gaming, and the build is right there. It's called the Future Initiative Best Tank Support Build, and in my opinion, I think it's quite unique. I love playing tank builds, and something like this can really change the game for, my team or for me. If I can put something like this together and walk into a legendary mission, it's over, man. I mean, I already have all these blues. I mean, I could probably run skills or some kind, but you guys, some of you may know my play style, and I really, really enjoy, being able to support my team in any situation that I'm in. So I'm looking forward to us trying this in like a legendary mission someday. Maybe we'll probably just run it and see how it actually works for a team of people. And I'll be happy to come back here and show it to you guys if we ever get around to that. So thanks once again for listening to the video. Red, thanks once again for hopping in on the, Steal the Build initiative. I appreciate you so much. And for those of you who are watching, make sure you check out his channel for a much more detailed guide on that build and see some gameplay. Talk to you guys in another
Thank
video.
you for having me, man.
Hey, my pleasure, man. Thank you very much for coming over. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon. Leave your comments. Peace out.